Hi, what's going on, everybody? My name is Max, also known as the Multi-Universal Ascension Experiment, and this is a bit of a different video. Um, I thought I would just kind of talk more just like regularly on camera. Maybe it's a difference compared to like recording gameplay, then like doing this whole different thing. So I want to try something new. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, this is the room, whatever this contraption is. But yeah, we're just gonna rant or whatever. So I guess the title of today's video is that I'm 22, I'm broke, and having my faith in God. So if you relate to this experience, cool. If not, also cool. It doesn't matter. As long as you hear what I have to say and just explore different things. So one thing I guess to get started with is how lately I've been feeling really behind with everything. And like as far as behind with everything, like this is the time of my life I've also had the most amount of freedom, but at the same time I don't. Um it kind of sucks when everybody's kind of making decisions for you and you don't get to make decisions for yourself or think for yourself, any of these different things. One thing I've been discovering recently is that possibly having like undiagnosed autism, something I never thought about, which would make a ton of sense for the way my childhood has been, like when it came to socializing, to like the way like I articulate myself in certain situations, like or deviating from the norm of essentially like a lot of people. And it's just something that I've truly been thinking about, talking to God about, and praying that it's maybe someday I can actually get a full-blown diagnosis to make everything, make sense, instead of like, I guess, how it is right now. But in retrospective, it's just this weird like anomaly of things that I just don't really understand. And I feel like the way my life has been lately has just been like this weird conglomerate, like mess of just like randomness and like lack of structure and everything. One thing that I missed about like I guess being a kid is the fact that I miss like having the ability of having structure every day to do something. The weirdest thing is I never thought I'd graduate high school, but then when I did, that's when everything just kind of became like this weird wonkiness. I don't want to go to college because I just feel like college is so waste of time if I don't really understand anything, or if I just feel like I need to do something more or to create. Um, I'm not sure how to exactly explain it, but I know everything just seems to be at a complete blur, a complete mess. And for somebody who also is in the faith as well, someone who actually believes in Jesus Christ, I also find sometimes for me to have difficulty understanding the value, or understanding like God's way of promoting his steps. And this is just a brand new perception of things. I hope some of you guys can actually like understand where I'm coming from with this, that everything is confusing yet understanding at the same time, like I'm in a learning process. And something that God told me recently was that I needed to heal, right? Like heal from trauma, heal from like things that I've dealt with, like all these different things. It'd be cool if I had like these little edits where like if I point in this direction, there'll be like a freaking like random fox on the screen. I don't know. But yeah, just like so the little things, like that. It's been bothering me lately, for like quite some time now. Well, because like the outfit, I decided to choose like Invader Zim. This jacket was like $100. I don't know why, because it's reversible, but I feel pretty cute in it, so I'm not gonna complain, I guess. And then I have this little mask thing. I just like wearing this because it seems like I just like customizing my avatar. So there's something I wish I could do more often, is like kind of customizing like avatar stuff or doing other things. Besides if I'm getting a bit off topic, but because I just freestyle these videos, I just say whatever's on my mind, and then what if I feel done with it, I'm done with it. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, it's just been kind of hard to do anything, like literally anything at all. Like I've been trying to transition into like this new like business thing that I'm doing, and the most difficult thing about the business thing is literally like transitioning, going from like focusing on one thing from here and now looking out to now trying to build this whole new thing. And it's really frustrating because it's like I can't make the decision to go from here to here. And I'm thinking like, Lord, like why am I so in fear, right? Like why am I so like I'm like really like a fox is trying to like bite like his wait, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with me and foxes, bro, but hey, shout out to the fox homies out there. um But yeah, no, I've been finding it so difficult to like transition from like one area to like the next area, right? Um, and making decisions is hard. Um, the reason I say making decisions is hard for me personally because I've always had my own parents make decisions for me, my friends, or any of these different things, and I never was taught like to be independent on my own to do things. And if I did make my own decision, they were always deemed as bad or retarded or stupid, things like that. But no one ever explained to me like why these things were bad or like why these things were not right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. And sure, you might have an ability to like have a moral compass or things like that. The only way I began to understand like one thing I began to understand when it comes to like feelings and like emotional regulation is through Christ, honestly. And through my personal experiences being online for a really long time, it sucks, especially with the people that you meet. It also sucks as well, because you seem like you never fit in. Even though like I've been in the furry fandom for about like 6 years, I've never fit in with anybody. Like it seems like I've always been super distant with people, and even spaces like that, I feel really lonely in, or nobody has the same perception. I don't know a lot of people who are within the fandom that actually appreciates Christianity, or I think I say Christianity, but actually believes in God and like follow His word. And I'm not saying like as like a thing of like hatred or anything, but it's like it's hard to find my own kind of people to relate to, and even on a theological sense, it's even lesser than that. Um, and sure, you might have Discord in these communities, but I've gotten to a point where I'm essentially burned out from everything. Like I'm burned out on trying to start something new. I'm burned out on trying to make money. I'm burned out on like literally just like everything. Like it makes it so hard for me to even get out of bed sometimes, dude. It's frustrating. Um, but man, I don't know. I decided to just pick up this camera because I've been wanting to be creative again. Something that I missed when 3 or 4 years ago is that I used to have a different TikTok or whatever. I'm not sure if it's still up now. If anybody can find it, let me know. If not, whatever. But I used to have a totally different TikTok, and what I used to do was I used to post Christian videos. Right when I first became a Christian, I used to like, or a person who believed in God. I used to just like do these super cool creative videos, and I look back and I'm just like, man, like I miss those videos. I miss like being creative, like something that God gave me, and just put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like just to like literally put it in a little bit of a circle, take little pieces out of it, and then be like, oh, it's there. You know what I mean? Like I miss doing that. I miss being myself, and I think turning 22 made me feel out of touch with myself a little bit. Like it made me feel like, oh, like my age now kills my creativity. I have to become a real adult now in a sense, right? And I feel like since like 4 or 6 years ago, I feel like I never left being 16. Like I feel like I've always stayed exactly the same age, you know. Um, and when people tell you to like grow up or you got to do certain things, I don't think growing up is necessarily the option that people need to hear. I think what people need to hear is that Instead of growing up, you need to learn more, right? You need to learn what's actually important. Like, for example, school doesn't teach you how to pay bills. They don't tell you how to steward your money. They don't tell you, like, the ways how God can actually influence your life in a really positive way when you get to know Him. Nobody talks about these things, right? Or even with the furry fandom, nobody talks about like the darkness within it. Nobody talks about how like you get messed up really fast if you don't know where you're going, if you don't find the right people to deal with. You'll get in some really crappy situations. And from my personal experience, that's essentially all I've dealt with. Unfortunately, from a negative connotation. And it's just extremely or inherently difficult to find a place where you're not subjugated within this like conformity of a box or a cube in a sense of mind. And I have a really tough time like understanding my entire life existence sometimes, because it's like, yes, I believe in God, but how much does God believe in me to like do these things? You know what I'm saying? And that's something that within time I think I'll be able to understand. Obviously, I'm human, so I will never understand the level of godliness in that sense. But the thing about me picking up this camera is that it's a start, right? It's a start for me to slowly get back, ease into getting out of fear, right? And just doing the things I want to do, being who I am on this camera, even on days where some days I feel philosophical, other days I feel like I just want to freaking goof around and like literally just like be the blackest person I could be. That is, that is so bad. But, it's just like that, you know? But yeah, I hope you guys find this video enjoyable. I'm not sure when I'm gonna make another one of these again. I might just start even like just picking up the camera at random times, just make like these really like talking videos. Because it's something that I do actually enjoy doing. Strangely or not, I actually do like talking to the camera. But I like talking to the camera in a way I feel comfortable in my own environment, not overloaded with sensory issues or anything like that, you know? So I hope this helps. Stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. And make sure to drop that like button, brother. No, I'm kidding. Don't. Like, if you don't like the video, don't like the video. I don't care, you know? I mean, I do care, but I mean, like, just like, let's just be kinder to somebody every day. If you made this in a video, though, comment down 1%, okay? I don't know why. I always think of random things. Just comment 1% if you made it in a video. Other than that, I'm gone. I'm out.